Okay, tonight I'm going back to the 1994 Busch Grand National season. Just a couple of things. So, the points after 10 races, I am now fifth in points. I think I finished 11th at Loudon. So, I had a good finish there. Been pretty consistent. I've only got one DNF in this season so far. So, this point system rewards consistency. So, I've been doing pretty good. So, I'm in fifth. So tonight will be race 11, and technically race 11 is Nazareth, but I'm going to be skipping that race just because I like to stick to the default tracks, the PWF tracks or the Project Short Track tracks. And neither of those three have made a Nazareth track. I have seen one Nazareth track that looks pretty good. You can download it, but it's based on like 2017, and so it's got the safer barrier, and it just looks a little too modern for my for 1994. So I think I'm just gonna skip that one and go from Loudon straight to Charlotte. So tonight I'll be doing Charlotte, race 11 in my season, but race 12 in real life. And the speaking of modded tracks, so this one actually is kind of a modded track. It's the Charlotte Motor Speedway from NASCAR Racing 2002. Thankfully, CJ Nemetz posted it on StuNod. So, and I'm glad he did because I love Charlotte Motor Speedway. It's my favorite track. And back in the day, they ran most of the races during the day. Um, all the Busch races were run during the day at Charlotte. I don't know if they still run during the day there, but in 2003 they switched all the Cup races, both of them to night races, and so then NR 2003 didn't have a day version. So thankfully, CJ Nemetz, I appreciate you. He has a daytime conversion from NASCAR 2002 that I'll be running. And that's it. All right, let's get going here. Okay, so Lowe's, realistic, all boxes checked, sim. 100% length for the Busch series is 200 laps, so I'll be doing 200 laps, which is 300 miles. 94 BGN. 43 cars started this race, so 42 AI and me. And I'm going to be running it on opponent strength 98%. And I've noticed this track is different from all the other tracks I've run pretty much, where usually the AI tires fall off a lot faster than mine. At this track, it's opposite. So after about 30 to 40 laps into a run, my car tends to get a lot slower and the AI starts passing me. So hopefully at 98%, it'll kind of even it out and it'll be competitive over the long run. I like to see that it's clear, 83 degrees. That's good. All my practice has been in the cloudy weather. So I'm a tad worried that it could get a little tight in the clear weather or be a little slower. If it is, that's okay. I'm getting pretty high up in the points, so I could use some finishes outside the top 10. I'll be fine with that. I'm just hoping I don't wreck because that's the other thing. This is a large field for this series, so 43 cars. If I screw up on lap 1, I finish 43rd, and that'll be a big hit in the points. So hopefully I don't do that. All right, qualify fast. I don't know if these setups are exactly the same as the Lowe's night track. Guess I should have checked that, but these were the ones that came with the Lowe's day conversion. All right, I'm going to qualify, and now it gets cloudy. I'm pretty sure I'm going to qualify well.
One more lap.
Maybe pole, but definitely top 5. All right, back to clear. 57. Okay, that's pretty cold. If it's going to be that cold, it better stay clear for the race. 3rd. Okay, that's pretty good. This should make the start easier. Though, I swear it was like yesterday, or when we qualified, it was cloudy and like 78 or something. And now all of a sudden, like, a cold front has come in. I don't like that. But if it's clear in 57, that's fine. Shouldn't be a big deal. Yeah, see, when it's clear, the tires already start at 120 whatever. If it's cloudy in 57, then they start at like 80, 80 degrees. And they're a lot harder to drive on for the first lap or two. Alright, I'm going to practice a pit stop or two. Whoa, 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 whoa. Alright, let's try that again. I haven't practiced
45. Keep it under 3,500 in seconds.
Coming off pit road behind people, and it's very slippery on this apron here. That guy was slowing down, and so I hit the brakes and the car just spins. See, Dennis Setzer didn't slow down as much. I'm not sure what's up with that. I should probably shift early to 3rd coming out of the pits, just to keep the revs down and not spin out on the apron.
Inside. Clear inside. Keep it under 45. Keep it under 3,500 in seconds.
I'll have to look at that entry on replay.
Go, go, go! Limit 45. Keep it under 3,500 in seconds. Okay, you're clear of pit lane.
someone behind me so I could slam on the brakes in front of them coming into the pits and make sure they don't hit me. I think this is Kenny Wallace. Yeah, this will be good.
Outside. Clear. Limit 45. Keep it under 3,500 in seconds.
Okay. Let's pull the stream up on his computer real quick. Mute. Okay. All right. I want to take a look at those pit entries. The pitting on this track is a little more dangerous than some of the others. Not as dangerous as it is at Dover, which is next on the calendar, but okay, so this was the first one. See, I'm under Stevie Reeves here. This one I got on the brakes and was kind of going down, and yeah, see, I kind of clipped the apron, and then I'm kind of straddling the line there. Let's see here. So I'm down low, which is good. But then right here, I kind of clipped the apron. And that almost shoots me up the track into Stevie Reeves. Then here, I'm straddling the line right there, and you can see the skid mark right there. So straddling that line can kind of upset the car. Let's see if I can get some better looks at this. Let's look from the helicopter. Alright. Yeah, there I clipped the apron. Then I'm slowing down. I straddle the line and it kind of upsets the car a little bit, and I get down okay. And I'm going going the speed limit by the time I hit the line. So that one looked okay. The only problem there is hitting that apron and straddling the line. The good thing about this track is, I mean, you can hit the brakes and stop right here and still have plenty of time to get off and get down pit road. So it's not like Darlington where it's really easy to miss pit road. I actually end up braking way too early here to get on pit road. See, I'm going 47, so I'm basically down at pit road speed. And I'm not even hitting the brakes really. And there's still room that I could be going faster here. So that one looked okay. Let's see this next one. Okay, this one, I had Kenny Wallace behind me because I wanted to see if he'd run over me or anything. And he didn't. So this one, I stay on the banking all the way. And then I kind of start straddling it. But I think I was going a lot slower when I was straddling it this time. So it didn't upset the car as much. Yeah, I mean, I kind of dipped down right there, going 90. And then when this line kind of kinks from the turn down to the front straightaway or pit road, that's when you know you got to get down. So I get down, and that was a little faster. I'm hitting 45 as I'm coming to the line. So I think the second one was a little better. Here's the problem with the second one, though. Kenny Wallace decides that instead of trying to go around me, he's just gonna like really slow down. And so then he finally gets going, and he's only going 120 as these cars are coming up behind him going 150. And so it starts to get a little crazy. Yeah, see, now these guys are going down through the grass, and it gets a little jumbled up here. So if the AI stays behind me, then there's potential they could end up crashing on the front straightaway if they stay behind me like Kenny Wallace did. That actually happened in one of my races recently at Indianapolis, the 94 Brickyard 400. I hit the brakes, and Jeff Gordon stayed behind me coming off turn 4. And so then he was going pretty slow, and Rusty Wallace just ran into him. But ideally, I'm pretty good about when I pit, making sure there's not cars right on my bumper. So hopefully I won't run into this issue. We'll see. All right, I think I'm ready. All right, if it's going to be this cold, it better not be cloudy. Okay. Clear and cold.
Drivers, to your cars.
Yeah, as long as it's clear, the tires will be a lot warmer. Oh, who am I starting in front of? I'm starting in front of Sadler and then Kenny Wallace. But I think at the beginning of this race, I'll be as fast as these guys. I'll be able to hang out in the top 10. I'm thinking somewhere around lap 40 or 50. That's when the AI seems to get a little faster than me, or I drop off faster than the AI does. And so then some of them may start passing me, and I'm hoping by the first pit stop, I'll be somewhere between 10th and 15th, somewhere in here, and not be too far behind the leader. All right.
Drivers, start your engines!
Yeah, the tires are already at 145. They're dropping pretty fast. But if it was cloudy, they'd be at like 80 degrees right now and dropping down to like 70. So as long as it's clear, it's better than nothing. Better than cloudy. All right, the car is a little twitchy, a little loose going into turn 1, so gotta be careful. Especially coming off turn 2. And then in 3 and 4 on the first lap, it might be a little twitchy. So just got to get through the first lap or two, and then I should be good for a while. See, look how fast the tire temps drop just because it's so cold. It's 56 degrees.
Get ready now.
All right.
Green. Pace cars in. Green flag, green flag. Green, green, green.
Don't want to clip that apron. Especially if I'm on the inside and someone's on the outside, clip that apron is really dangerous. Sadler's all over me. Gonna let them go. Let Hermie and Kenny go.
Clear inside. Inside.
Dennis Setzer had a lot of momentum coming down the backstretch, so
Clear
just give him
inside.
the line.
Car inside. Clear.
Pretty racy here for the lead. Got 7 cars all in a group.
Car inside. Clear.
I'll let Bobby Dotter go get in there if he wants. It's looking a little racy for me right now. We're still pretty early in the race. I'm thinking Craven,
Inside.
Craven, Sadler,
Still there.
Kenny Wallace are probably going to be the fastest guys.
Clear inside. Outside.
maybe not Sadler. The AI will slow up on the inside in turn 2, so you can get a pretty good run on them on the high side in turn 2. Chad Little is right on my rear. I think he wants by, and Mike Wallace, I think, is right behind him. I think they both went by. But I think I'm faster than Robert Presley here. right, 25 laps.
Inside. Still there. Clear.
Turn 3 and 4 is where the AI start getting faster than me. The later we get into a run. Oh, looks like there's a slow car down low. Oh, that's the 97, Joe Bessie. All right, lots of lap cars here. A lot of traffic. All right, I'm gonna let Pearson go. He's riding my bumper, I don't like that.
Clear.
Oh, but now here comes David Green and Mike McLaughlin.
Inside. Clear inside.
Robert Presley was trying to go 3 wide on Lassiter. Yep, now he is going 3 wide.
Outside.
Don't want to be getting involved in any of that. Still way too early.
Still there.
Now we got Larry Pearson in the middle, 3 wide.
Clear outside. Outside.
Don't need any of that.
Clear. Outside.
Yeah, Robert Presley going 3 wide again. Jumping underneath Mike Wallace just as I was jumping underneath him. Yeah, Mike Wallace is doing the same thing here. Not looking to push the issue.
Outside. Still there. Clear outside. Outside.
There he is again doing it.
Clear outside.
All right. It's Patty Moise.
Outside. Still there. Clear outside. Car outside. Clear.
Washed up a little bit in the middle of the corner there. I think my entry was a little too low, trying to give Patty room, and Tim Fedewa caught up to me and was looking like he wanted to go under me 3 wide, but survived it. I can never remember the name of the Moen Faucets guy. He's just the Moen Faucets guy. His purple car is Robbie Reiser. Who eventually he had a guy named Tim Bender in his car who was a like a dog sled racer or something. And then Tim Bender got injured or something and got replaced by Matt Kenseth. And then Roush got involved, and Matt Kenseth and Robbie Reiser moved up to Cup and everything. I don't think Tim Bender is in this car set. At least not in this roster. But I think he started that 17 car in 97. And then that's when Matt Kenseth took over. Sometime in 97. Alright, so 43 laps in. Past a whole crap ton of lap cars. See, at this point in the run, there's no way I could run with the leaders like I was at the beginning. Just trying to keep up to Mike Wallace here and keep Randy LaJoie off my bumper. Shauna Robinson in the 46, still in the race. See, I'm in 14th. I think I said I wanted to be between 10th and 15th when the first pit stop comes. I think I'm in danger of falling out of the top 15 here. Looks like Jason Keller is behind me. How far behind the leader am I? So yeah, I've already lost almost 11 seconds now. Going through all those lap cars and everything. But it's still way early. I seem pretty even with Mike Wallace. Like Randy LaJoie passed me, but he's looking like he's going to want to pass Mike Wallace here in a few laps. And I seem to be staying even with Mike Wallace. Alright, should be coming up on pit stops here pretty soon. Of course, there's no way to tell when the AI is going to pit. There's no indication, so the only thing you can really do...
Outside.
A little tight there. The only thing you can really do is look at the other AI and see if they're going high.
Car outside.
Because the AI seemed to have some, GP Lab said it was some kind of secret language.
Clear.
Where the AI kind of signaled to the other AI that they're going to pit, but the player just doesn't get the signal. So if you go into turn 3 and the AI start taking the high line out of nowhere, you know someone's about to pit. Alright, the car is pretty tight now. I'm starting to lose a lot of ground to Mike Wallace and Randy LaJoie. Now Jason Keller is coming up on me. Someone's coming up on Jason Keller.
Car inside. Clear inside.
Johnny Benson.
Inside.
It's like Jim Bound's coming too.
Still there. Still there. Clear. inside. Inside. Still there. Still there. Clear.
Here's Elton Sawyer in the 38 red carpet lease car. I forgot what it is, but he's some bigwig with NASCAR nowadays. Like director of something. He was married to Patty Moise in the 40 Pure X dial car that I passed a while back. Or he is married still. They were husband and wife when they were racing against each other in the Busch series. And I remember looking this up recently, and oh yeah, it was Danica and Ricky Stenhouse. But I don't think they were ever married. I think they were just dating or something. Alright, pit stop should be happening anytime. That right front tire is looking pretty bad. Okay, I think someone's pitting this time. Or no, it looked like Jim Baum was going to pit, but I think he's just passing Tom Peck there. Alright, pit stops anytime. It's pretty typical there'll be a caution under pit flag green cycles. So I'm kind of wanting to stay out. I just lose a lot of time staying out, and on a track like this it's easy to get run over on old tires by AI with new tires. Okay, now Jim Bound's pitting. Yeah, and Mike Wallace is pitting. Alright, there's nobody behind me, so I got plenty of space behind me. I'll just chill right here for right now. Let these dudes pit. And then try and stay out. Maybe I can trap some people a lap down. Should probably move up just in case. Yeah, Tom Peck is coming in. There's Jason Keller coming in. Randy LaJoie's on pit road. Ricky Craven, I saw him on pit road. Ricky Craven's probably the leader.
Looks like we're running low on fuel. If that fuel pressure gauge starts to drop, come on in.
Oh, and I want to lead a lap to get 5 bonus points. But see, these cars behind me, they're going to be fast now. just got to get out of the way or they'll just run you over and then you become the caution.
The leader pitting now. Car inside. Clear inside. Car inside. Still there. Still there. Clear. Inside.
So you lose a lot of time. I should really just pit. There's no one behind me right now. All right, I'm gonna pit.
Limit 45. Keep it under 3,500 in seconds.
All right, and I started in the top 5, so I'm gonna be all the way at the end of pit road here.
You are on the point.
All right, I let a lap. Good.
Go, go, go! Limit 45. Keep it under 3,500 in seconds. Okay, you're clear of pit lane.
All right, got to be careful on this exit. There goes Jason Keller and Tom Peck, so I'm a little behind, but there's Elton Sawyer. That's to be expected because I stayed out so long. All right, cold tires, got to be careful. Hopefully I didn't lose too much time. See, there's some skid marks there. Pretty much guaranteed. That was an AI on new tires running into an AI on old tires. But it didn't cause a caution. All right, hopefully I can make up some time here on fresh tires because my car is much faster on fresh tires. So I'm gonna lose a lot more time on old tires. So after a full green flag run with a pit stop, I'm 23 seconds behind the leader. pretty even with the leader right now on new tires. All right, it was 2350, now it's 2215. So I am gaining a little bit, but I'm gonna catch this big pack of lap cars now. One car looked pretty slow.
Car outside. Clear outside.
Come on, lappers. Mike Stefanik in the number one.
Clear outside. Outside. You're on the bottom. 3 wide. You're on the bottom. 3 wide.
All right, all right.
Clear outside.
Now Moise is going to try and make a pass.
Car outside. Clear.
now I lost a bunch of time. That's one advantage the AI has. They have no problem just going 3 wide and getting around lap cars a little faster. But I mean, it's still early in the race, and it's just risky. It ain't worth the risk trying to go 3 wide on lap cars. I thought Ken Wallace in the TGI Fridays car back there a couple laps ago was going to clear Patty Moise, and then I would just go 2 wide with him into turn 1. But the spotter, who sometimes I'm not sure what race he's watching, told me we were 3 wide, so just not worth the risk.
Outside. Clear outside.
Especially right now, I don't know if anyone's out of the race yet. Yeah, everyone is still in the race. So you wreck right now, you finish like 43rd. Lap 91. I'm in 19th.
Car outside.
4 seconds behind Elton Sawyer. Boy, if this goes green flag the whole way, and there's no attrition, I think I may be hoping for a top 25, maybe top 20. I'm gonna need a little help. Like if I can get a caution and stay on the lead lap, because I know the leader's coming before the next pit stop, and hopefully a wreck or something takes some guys out, then I think I'm still good for a top 15. It's already been about
We're halfway home.
halfway. It's already been about 30 laps since we pit, 35 maybe. So the car is going to start falling off again. The car is just slower over the long run, and in the short run, it's just equal. So it's, I'm not really gaining any time, I'm just slowly losing it. Though I'm pretty far ahead of the 43, Rodney Combs, so. I'm just kind of stuck in this 19th spot, I guess. Drove in there pretty hard. Yeah, we're already about halfway through this field run. But I haven't been running in traffic as much, so the tires look better this time. Who is this Moment Faucets guy? Tommy Ellis. All right, if the leader catches me, and he should be catching me here pretty soon, then I think my best bet is to stay out as long as I can and hope for a caution on the green flag pit cycle, or the green flag pit sequence. And if I can get a caution, then hopefully I'll be back on the lead lap and there won't be very many cars on the lead lap, and that'll lock me into a much better finish. I think that's the plan right now. it does happen. Just like right here, these skid marks, that was during the last green flag pit sequence, so it's not like a far-fetched plan. I think it's the best option. Yeah, I'm still pulling away from the 43, so it doesn't look like I'm really at risk of like losing a spot at this point. Even if I stayed out some, I don't think I would lose 15 seconds to the 43. So I think that's my best bet. Just stay out as long as I can and hope for a caution. There's still 27 left in this run. And we're getting to the point where the game may throw a debris caution. Or a car will just randomly stop on the track and they'll call a caution. Yeah, okay, so that's Craven behind me.
Here comes the leader, car inside.
All right, Joe Bessie was coming off pit road.
Clear.
And this 35 pit early also.
Clear.
So those guys got new tires. I'll bet Joe Bessie will catch up to me here in a minute. Let's see, how far back was he? Yeah, three and a half seconds. I'm pretty sure he'll catch up to me in a little bit. I'll just let him go since he's on new tires. Okay, Dennis Setzer's out. That's a spot. dude, that was the same guy that I kind of went in too hard and washed up a little bit before the first pit stop. I think that's Mike Garvey in the 0. I don't know, something about him. I just keep catching him going into the turn. Still gaining on the 43. Okay, Tracy Leslie's a 2.5 and then Bobby Daughter's behind him. All right. No, still 17 projected. Well, I got to go at least 10 more laps to make sure I can make it on just this last pit stop. Catching a group of lappers here.
Car outside. Clear.
And this Millicron car has newer tires, so he's going to be a little faster. Come on, man.
Outside.
That was a little unnecessary. Looking like I'm going to take him 3 wide. God. Okay, now Joe Bessie's right behind me, and he has new tires. So I want to get by the 5 and then let him go. Whoa, and don't go in the grass. All right, now I'll let Joe Bessie go because he's got new tires. And there's Tracy Leslie. Let him go. He's 2nd place. Bobby Daughter in the 08. He's 3rd place. I'll let him go.
Inside.
Don't need to race those guys.
Clear inside.
But I am pretty sure I can stay in front of Roy Payne here in the blue car behind me. So just cruise right here.
Car outside. Clear outside.
All right, that was a little hairy for a second, but it's a bunch of faster and slower cars converging all at once in the same place, being kind of right in the middle of it. especially Joe Bessie with those new tires. All right, I'm thinking people should start pitting here any minute. Well, Doug Hevron better not pit while I'm passing him. Okay, but the 41 is here. Johnny Rumley. Oh, almost scraped the wall a little bit. We're good. All right, people are pitting. All right, looks like Tracy Leslie's pitting. Yeah, there he comes. So I think, has Ricky Craven pit? No, it doesn't look like it. Yeah, Bobby Dodder's still second. Okay. I'm still a lap down because now Bobby Dodder's the leader in the DeWalt car. That's okay, that's okay. Hold on. Just yeah, see that 04, Ken Wallace was pitting, and they give you no indication. They just start hitting the brakes. All right, no damage. I'm good. And I'm now back on the lead lap because the 08 went down pit road. So I'm going to stay out another lap or two and see if I can get a caution, which would be perfect. If any modder out there happens to be watching this and figures out a way to put a little indication on the car in front of you that they're coming on pit road, I'd be happy to donate to that project.
You're back in the lead.
All right, now these cars are going to be fast on new tires, and I'm on pretty old tires, so just stay out of the way. Yeah, I'm gonna have to pit.
Clear inside.
Come on, give me a caution right now. A caution right now would be perfect.
We're almost out of fuel. You're gonna have to come in for a splash. Car outside.
Now we got this guy coming on. So it's just getting a little hairy right here. All right, I'm pitting this time. Pretty slow coming on pit road, but
keep it under 3,500 in second.
I'm still in the race, and if I had gotten a caution there, that would have been amazing. And I'm sure I'll come out probably in front of the 43, so I really didn't have much to lose. And if I don't come out before the 43,
Go, go, go! Limit 45. Keep it under 3,500 in seconds. Okay, you're clear of pit lane.
if I don't come out before the 43, I was gaining on him, so I think I could probably catch him and pass him. I think I see him in my mirror. All right, cold tires, be careful. All right, I think that's now Rodney Combs right behind me in the 43. Yeah. So I had like 12 seconds on him. I lost all 12 of those seconds trying to avoid that dude who was pitting and brushing the wall in 3 and 4. And then staying out as long as I did, trying to get a caution. Cost me about 10 seconds, but still the best move. If I had gotten that caution, it would have been totally worth it. I would be on the lead lap, in the lead, with only like, what, 12 other cars? I'm already pulling away from the 43, so. A lot, but there's only 58 to go. All right, so that's it for pit stops. Unless a caution comes out. And I'm pulling away from the 43, so the only chance I have right now of passing guys is if there's some attrition, a wreck, or maybe some guys pit early and they have to pit again for a splash of fuel at the end. That's possible. Number 5 is really slow. We get hung up here a little bit. Come on, Shauna. Jesus. She goes to make the move and then chickens out in turn 3 and 4. Like, get out of the way.
Still there. Clear. Car outside. Clear outside. Car outside. Clear outside. Outside. Clear outside.
All right, this is Robert Presley. I think he's on the lead lap still. He's probably like 10th maybe on the lead
Still
lap.
there.
I remember racing him at the beginning.
Clear.
Ninth. I give Shauna Robinson a lot of crap on this channel. I don't know why. I think it's just because that orange Polaroid car is just so eye-catching. Shauna Robinson ended up taking a lot of flack, really unwarrantedly in my opinion, back in 02 or 03. This really rich woman, Beth Ann Morgenthau, started a race team, a cup team, the number 49 BAM Racing. And I got the impression that she just wanted a female driver in cup. So she got Shauna Robinson to be the driver.
Car outside.
And, you know, a brand new team like that
Clear.
with Shauna Robinson, who I don't even know if she had started a cup race before then. Maybe in 2002 or 2003 when cup was more competitive than it had ever been. It wasn't a good situation. And Shauna was basically a starting part, but they would run the whole race.
Clear outside.
And so then in like Atlanta, or I think it was Atlanta, I think, Shauna was the only car a lap down, and I think it was pretty early in the race. And Dale Jr. was the leader or in the top 5, and Shauna started on the inside line because she was the only lap car and just totally took Dale Jr. out. And everyone was kind of like, you know, I like Shauna, but they're just not competitive. And so they really shouldn't be out there like in the way, basically. All right, see right there, you know, I wasn't quite up alongside Tommy Houston here, and so dive bombing him just is a little dangerous.
Outside. Clear.
If I wasn't daydreaming about Shauna Robinson, I think I would have set him up coming out of 2 and passed him going into 3 on the last lap.
Outside. Clear outside.
But anyway, then after everyone kind of complained, Shauna got canned and Ken Schrader was hired. Okay, there's a someone got in the wall here. No caution. Yep, someone's out. Okay, I think those are spots. I think I saw Larry Pearson. But then Ken Schrader was in the 49, and they were sponsored by like Schwann's and that famous car with Carrot Top on the hood. Yeah, that whole team. All right, yeah, Larry Pearson's out, so that's a spot. So I'm up to 17. I'm gonna need a little more help to get up to 15. I think we're coming down to the end of the race here. 39 to go. I've got enough to make it the rest of the way, so I'm not gonna pit. This Millicron car has been pitting early. Careful here.
Car outside. Still there. Clear outside.
Who's in front of me? Randy LaJoy. And Randy LaJoy was faster than me at the end of the first run. So, yeah, I mean, 17 seconds, I'm not going to catch him. And Rodney Combs is 8.5 seconds behind me, so he's not going to catch me. Looks like I'm basically stuck in this position, so hopefully we get some more guys going out with engine trouble. But even if a caution comes out at this point, it's not really going to help me. I'll still be stuck in, what, 16th, 17th, or 18th?
Still there. Clear outside.
If the leader keeps lapping people, and it looks like there's a few more guys about to go a lap down, and then a caution comes out, I suppose there's potential that I could pass some of them, especially if they don't pit and I get new tires. But I don't know, that just, having a restart that late in the race with all these lap cars just seems like asking for trouble. All right, this is Joe Bessie. He's the one who pit earlier and then caught up behind me on fresher tires right when I was catching that pack.
Clear outside. Outside. Clear. Outside. Clear outside.
All right, I think at this point, I'm really curious if everyone's going to be able to make it to the end, or if people will be pitting for a splash of fuel. If some guys pit for a splash of fuel, then I could probably make up a few positions. Like right at the end. Yeah, I'm not at risk. Well, okay. A second ago I looked down there and Rodney Combs was 1 lap down and now he's 2 laps down. So I think the leader is about 12 seconds behind me. Let's see if the spotter can help me out.
Leaders at the start finish line. Now.
All right, I'm coming off turn 2. I don't want to lose a second lap in case people do pit at the end. I'll have a better chance of passing them if I'm only 1 lap down than 2 laps down. So I'd like to stay in front of the leader here. Okay, Tracy Leslie's out. That's another spot.
Car outside. Clear outside.
Hey, I'm in the top 15. Someone coming out of the pits.
Accident in the pit.
No caution. Okay, people are pitting. Oh, you know what I think they're doing? They're splitting this last run. Since they know they have to pit again, they're just pitting now. So they'll have new tires for 20 laps.
The leader's pitting now.
Oh boy, this is going to be dangerous these last 20 laps. Should I pit? Well, I don't know. Is everyone going to pit? And you know, if they're pitting...
Leaders at the start finish line. Now.
Okay. If they're pitting, are they getting tires or are they just getting fuel? Well, I don't know. I think I'm going to stay out unless it gets like really hairy. But I think staying out is probably my best bet to get the best finish possible at this point. And some guys have gone out, so there's not as many cars on the track, so it's not as congested. Everyone's pretty spread out right here. All right, I'm gonna stay out. All right, here's Phil Parsons. He's faster than me.
Car inside.
Just scrape the wall a little bit while we're looking at the F2. All right, I think Parsons pit. But he's not faster than me like he's on new tires. I wonder if he only got 2 tires. So I think these guys that are pitting are getting gas and 2 tires. I don't need gas, and I don't think pitting to get 2 tires is worth it. All right, I'm staying out. I just got to be careful and not get run over here.
Inside. Clear inside.
Okay, those were spots. Hermie Sadler and Chad Little. Okay, there's Kenny Wallace coming out of pit road. Man, I just don't want to get run over here. Just be really careful these last 15 laps.
Car inside. Clear inside.
See, did David Green and like Ricky Craven, did they pit? It's hard to tell. TGI Fridays is going by me. All right, these guys are side by side behind me. I don't like that.
Inside.
So I don't want them trying to take me 3 wide. I'll give them the inside line, but they got to be patient.
Still there.
All right,
Clear
I'm
inside.
good. I'm good.
Car inside. Clear.
How many more laps? 12 to go. Elton Sawyer's 10 seconds behind me. Can I hold him off? Wow, Elton Sawyer just gained like 3 seconds on me. Alright, he didn't gain much that time. Doesn't look like Patty's kid.
Still there. Clear.
So there are some AI that aren't pitting. I didn't think the AI would be smart enough to say, you know, hey, we got to pit for fuel anyway, let's cut the run in half and get tires. Because I don't think pitting with 25 to go was a scheduled stop at that point. They could have still gone another 15 laps at least.
Just 5 more to go.
But I guess the AI think of that stuff. All right, 5 to go. I got to stay in front of Elton Sawyer here. He's in the next spot. I just passed Patty Moise. Maybe she'll hold him up. Maybe. But he's got to be catching me pretty quick. Yeah, I'm not going to be able to hold him off. Yeah, now he's like right on my bumper.
Inside. Clear.
Here comes Resendez as well. I hope he's not a spot.
Clear.
No. Okay, the next spot is Jim Bound. I don't see him behind me. All right, did I just get the white flag, or I think the next time around is white flag. So the leader must be behind me. The flag man already pulled it out. Whoa, whoa, little high here. All right, white flag.
White flag. One more lap to go.
Where's Jim Bound? Here's Bobby Daughter. I'll let him go.
Clear.
All right, I see Jim Bound. I think I'm going to be able to stay in front of him. He's right behind me, but he's stuck behind Patty Moise. All right. Is that it?
There's the flag.
Okay.
It's over.
All right.
Great job, buddy.
9th place. I think this was a 19th place car and got 9th. And a caution-free race. They used to have those back in the day. Whoa,
Limit
whoa, whoa.
45. Keep it under 3,500 in seconds. The race is over. Come on in.
Thanks, spotter. All right. Okay, export. Was today 29th? By the way, May 28th, 1994 was when this race was run in real life. So when I started this race, I was starting it on the exact day. What, that would be 31 years? 31 years ago? Race, this is number 11. Charlotte. Okay, it's official. All right, let's see. So David Green and Ricky Craven, I don't think they pit. I don't think Robert Presley pit. I don't think Fedua pit, but I know Bobby Daughter did. So I think Bobby Daughter might have been the first of the cars that pit. But I'm not positive about that. But I know Bobby Daughter passed me there at the end, and he had fresh tires because he just blew by me. Chad Little and Hermie Sadler, they pit, and they passed me with like 15 to go. And then Elton Sawyer got me with like 3 to go, and then I finished just ahead of Jim Bound. So I come home 9th. And at one point, about halfway through the race, I was in 19th, and I was gaining on Rodney Combs, who was in 20th, and I was losing time to whoever was in 18th. Was it Mike Wallace? I'm not sure. So I think the car was about 19th. But pit strategy and stuff, that was a thing back in the day. So you can use it to your advantage because, I mean, I always like to stay out when it's a green flag pit cycle in case there's a caution. But there were cars that were pitting like 5 or 6 laps before me, and it catches up to them eventually. And only 4 people dropped out of the race, and no cautions. Like, these guys were 7 laps down. Okay, so no, I already did that. I want to look at one replay here. Let's go to me. That stupid pit stop by the 04 almost ruined the race on lap like 130. Right in here. Yeah, there's the 04. Yeah, right there. This is so dumb. I would say this is like the biggest oversight of this game. They should have done something to give people an indication, hey, this car right in front of you is about to pit. Like, raise their hand in the window, or, you know, on F2, like make their name turn yellow or something, just to kind of give me a heads up here. Because we're going down the backstretch. Let's see. Yeah, we'll watch here. And he just slams on the brakes out of nowhere. And I have to slam on the brakes to avoid him. Let's see, did he actually go into the pits? What's he doing here? Let's see, is this a better angle? See, he... Right there. And he just defies physics because he's going like 175. Gets to the end of the straightaway. Tops out at 183. 183 right there. And just a couple of frames later, he's going 155. Like, how are you supposed to avoid that? I mean, I'm lucky that I didn't just slam into the back of him. Let's see, did he eventually go into the pits? Yeah. See, he's going into the pits. See, why do they do that? Like, why can't they just like put their hand out the window or something? That's what I mean. If a modder out there is listening, if you're out there listening and you know how you could potentially fix that, I will donate to that project without question. Because this is the biggest concern with trying to have a clean race, is cars just pitting and not knowing what's going on. And the thing is, like, I saw even probably a lap before this. Let's see, did anyone pit this lap? No, maybe not. Wait, no, I'm on the wrong guy. No, no one pit that time. Okay, this is it. This is the only indication right here. Mike McLaughlin is, you know, his AI brain right here should tell him to be on that white line. That's just how they're programmed. They take that natural line right along the bottom if no one's beside them. But right here, he's high up in the groove. And so I know, being way behind him, back here coming into the turn, I can see he's in that high groove, so I know someone's going to pit. Of course, I don't know who, but I know someone's going to pit. So I come in, and you can see these cars that aren't pitting are in the high groove, even if there's no one beside them, like Dirk Stevens here and Mike McLaughlin, because these dudes are pitting here. So if you have, say, this car is pitting, and there's AI cars between the car pitting and the player, then there's a kind of an indication, because these AI cars will go high for no explained reason. And so then I know, like, okay, someone's going to pit. So that's really helpful. The only problem with that, though, is that these AI cars will go high regardless of where the player is. So let's say I happen to be on the outside of Mike McLaughlin here, and we're going into turn 3. The AI car will still take that middle line, and I won't realize it, so I'll go to the middle, and we make contact and we spin. I've seen that in a few YouTube videos of people's races where the AI just has no regard for where the player is when there's an AI car pitting in front of them. So they take the high line, and then the player car is on the high line, and they make contact, and it's a wreck. So the only real safe thing to do is just don't be around any cars during the green flag pit cycle. Don't be around any cars, and also definitely don't be side by side with them, and try and give you some buffer so you don't run into the back of them when they hit the brakes to pit. And then look for AI cars taking an unnaturally high line, because that's an indication that people are pitting. That's all you can do. Other than that, you're just good luck. And see, this issue with, yeah, this issue right here, see, the 04 is pitting, but there's no car in between to give me that indication that the 04 might pit. So if there was a car right here and we go into turn 3, then that car in between us takes that unnatural high line, and then I know, uh-oh, this guy's going to pit, and so then I can take the high line too. But there's no one in between, so this guy just decides to pit, and there's no way to know that. And I'm following him pretty closely there. And then I had to get all the way on the brake and just barely avoided him. I mean, that could have ruined the race right there on lap 132. All right, let's see it from my perspective one more time. Oops. See, but thankfully, I guess I got on the brake so hard. Yeah, I'm all the way on the brake there and just barely missing him. And I got on the brakes and got slow enough. And okay, so it looks like I nailed the brake, started sliding the tire, and then took my foot off the brake and started trying to at least kind of straighten it out. And so I didn't make very hard contact with the wall. I mean, it wasn't enough to cause me damage. And so then I was able to keep going. The only other thing I'll say about this, sorry, if it's my live stream, I can rant. So this car right here, if going into the turn, he slams on the brakes way early right here. So he's hitting the brakes right, like going into turn 3. He's slamming on the brakes to get down to 155. But then he just kind of starts running around the corner at 150, and then he starts slowing down to go onto pit road. So now he gets down to like 100. I'm wondering if on the Lowe's night, the default track, if he would still do that. If he would slam on the brakes here, or if he would just hit the brakes once he's already like halfway through the turn where he should be hitting the brakes. And I think that might be a just a behavior that's kind of lost in translation when you take an NR2002 track and convert it to NR2003. They just behave a little different, and they might do things like that. It's just a theory, though. I don't know. The track is still awesome, and now I just know to be careful about that. I can't be following someone too close during green flag pit cycle. All right. Anyway, so yeah, if a modder ever figures this out or figures out some way to raise the driver's hand in the window or something, that would be so awesome. Not that I mean everything the modders have already done is awesome, but if that could somehow be fixed, I would definitely donate to that. Anyway, so then it was all green, and we had some cool pit strategy there at the end. I stayed out, was able to make up some positions. Some guys fell out of the race, so all 4 of those were spots when I passed them. So that was 4 free positions right there. If they had stayed in, I would have finished 13th probably, somewhere in there. So good race. All right, you saved it. Oh yeah, it's already saved. Saved it. All right, David Green wins it. Let's see, and I did lead a couple laps under the pit cycles, so I led 3 laps, so I get 5 bonus points. And boy, Ricky Craven led most of the race. He led 116. Yeah, Tracy Leslie was running up front for a while. And Dennis Setzer was up there. Okay, let's see if I can get this figured out here. All right, they're in order. Daytona, Rockingham, Lowe's. No, that's not right. Sometimes it takes a couple times, but it usually does figure it out eventually. Richmond. No, that's not quite right. Atlanta. It's Atlanta, then Martinsville, then Darlington, Hickory, Bristol, Rougemont, New Hampshire, Charlotte. Okay. Wow, I'm in 3rd. So with that top 10, I now have 7 top 10s out of 11 races. And I'm in 3rd place. Only 81 points behind Chad Little. So I think I actually lost points on the leader. Yeah, I was only 74 behind. Yeah, because Chad Little passed me right at the end. So I lost some points to Chad Little, but I gained some positions. So I'm now sitting in 3rd. 2 wins, 3 top 5s, 7 top 10s. 1 pole, I think, at Darlington. Led 109 laps. Let's see, the real race. I actually watched this race a couple nights ago. Look at all of this attrition. Just ridiculous. So only 21 of the 43 cars actually finished the race or was running at the end. And even some of these guys were multiple laps down, like 17 laps down. Ranger Joy was 49 laps down. So really, I mean, there were only 16 competitive cars left on the track when at the end of the race. Yeah, Phil Parsons won it. Dale Earnhardt, I think he led some of this race. Mike Skinner, or actually no, Dale Earnhardt didn't lead any, did he? Mike Skinner started on the pole. in his KFC car. And there was a huge wreck on the front stretch caused by Stanton Barrett. He got into to Chad Little and someone else, and Bobby Labonte had a really hard hit into the outside in the tri-oval, and then he just slammed the inside wall. And Chad Little ended up going to the hospital, which is kind of funny watching these races back in the 90s. It's like every race, someone's going to the hospital. Then, like, no safer barriers, no none of that stuff. So in this race, it was Chad Little who ended up going to the hospital. Oh, Shauna didn't make the race. All right. If anyone ever watches this race, thank you so much for watching. I appreciate it. Hope you enjoyed it. I had a good time running it. Charlotte's my favorite track. I've always loved the Coke 600 time back in the day because it meant school was out for summer. But yeah, thank you so much for watching. I appreciate it. That's it for this one.